KURINJI Senior Secondary School, CBSE, Namakkal.
Successful result producing school in state every year.
Administered by the Board of Directors with over 35 years of experience in the teaching field.
Special attention on art, craft, music, dance, silambam, yoga, skating and karate.
Focus on Hindi Sabha and Spell Bee Olympiad exams.
Smart class for effective and innovative learning and well-furnished library.
Solitary importance on sports and games in state and national level.
WhatsApp facilities to know activities of students and school inside the campus.
Free bus for LKG to 8th standard.
Free, hygienic and nutritious food.
NEET, JEE, IIT coaching experts from Rajasthan and Andhra Pradesh along with our effective teachers.
Admission registration for classes LKG to +2.
KURINJI Education Institution, Kavetipatti, Namakkal. Admission in progress. CBSE, KG to 12, contact 9025895176. Metric 6 to 12, contact 9344567484. For online admission, log on to www.kurinjischoolnkl.in.
Good morning students. In this session we are going to discuss the second classification of ligands. Already in my previous session I completed first classification on the ligand based on the charges. So in this session we are going to discuss second classification of the ligand, that name is classification on the basis of number of donor atom. Classification on the basis of number of donor atoms. So based on the number of donor atoms, ligands again 7 types. Number 1, monodentate ligands. Number 2, bidentate ligands. Number 3, tridentate ligands. And number 4, tetradentate ligands. Number 5, pentadentate ligands. Number 6, hexadentate ligand. Number 7, bridging ligands. Now the first one is monodentate ligand. My dear student, the monodentate ligands and didentate ligands or bidentate ligand, in CBSE board point of view, 1 mark or 2 mark, it's very important, especially definition of the monodentate and bidentate ligands. So every students are focused on definition of the monodentate and bidentate remaining ligands also. Now see here, what is a monodentate ligand? See Nana, the ligands which possess only one donor atom and can form only one coordination bond to the central metal atoms or ions are called monodentate or unidentate ligands. They may be neutral as well as anionic. So what is a monodentate ligand? Such ligands donated only only one donor atoms are present here. So only one donor atoms are present in the ligand. That ligands are generally called monodentate ligand. Only one donor atoms are present in this ligand. In a monodentate ligand, only one donor atoms are present, and also they can form only one coordination bond. It means monodentate ligands is always present in the one donor atom and is always can form only one coordination bond. Such kind of the ligands are called monodentate ligands or unidentate ligands also. My dear students, in the category of the monodentate ligands or unidentate ligand, they have maybe neutral ligands and also anionic ligand. So monodentate ligands are act as a neutral. Neutral means already yesterday discussed, neutral ligands is nothing but there is no any charges. So the monodentate ligand may be neutral as well as also anionic category. These are the monodentate ligand. See once again my dear students, the definition: the ligand which possess only one donor atom and can form only one coordination bond to the central metal atom. So this ligand always coordination bond with through the central metal atom or central metal ion. Such kind of the ligands are called commonly monodentate ligand or unidentate ligands. And finally, the monodentate ligands or unidentate ligand may be neutral or anionic. Okay, now see here one tabular form is there. This is the most important tabular form regarding to the monodentate ligand examples. See Nana here, H2O, it is a neutral ligand Nana. H2O is a neutral ligand, name is aqua. In this H2O, donor atom is the oxygen, only one atom is donor, only one atom is donated the electron, that ligand name is a monodentate. So these are all of them monodentate ligand, but especially H2O is the neutral. So name in coordination chemistry, H2O name is the aqua and donor atom is the oxygen. Next, NH3, these are also neutral ligand and monodentate ligand. Here the name of NH3 is a amine, only one donor atom, that is a nitrogen. That's why amine is a belongings to monodentate ligand, because of only one donor atoms are present in this ligand. And CO, carbonyl oxygen is also donor atom. This is also monodentate ligand and also neutral ligand. It means you know that very well. What is the neutral ligand? There is no any electrical charge, either negative charge or positive charge. Okay ma? Next, fourth one see Nana, NO, nitrosyl. Donor atom is a nitrogen. So here water is nothing but aqua, amine, carbonyl and nitrosyl, even pyridine also, C5H5N, pyridine. These are all of them as the neutral ligands. They are donated only, they are donated electrons only one atom. That's why it's a monodentate ligand. Now another, these are the neutral ligand. Already I said here some anionic species also act as a monodentate ligands. Anionic species also act as a monodentate ligand. Now see here from F minus onwards, these are all of anionic species. See F minus, the name is fluoro, donor atom is the fluorine. Cl minus, chloro, the donor atom is the Cl. Br minus, bromo, donor atom is the bromine. NH2 minus, amido, pronunciation is most important, amido, and donor atom is the N, and here I minus, ligand. So here I minus is the iodo, name is iodo. I minus in coordination compounds, the term name is iodo. Donor atom is iodine. Cn minus, cyano. Here in this cyano, either carbon also donated the electrons or nitrogen is also donated the electron. Why? Because in this species two non-metals are present here. Two non-metals, either depending on the central metal atom. If central metal atom is demanded to want electrons from the nitrogen, nitrogen only donated electron, or sometimes carbon is also donated the electron. That's why Cn minus group name is a cyano and the donor atom either carbon or nitrogen. Next, OH minus. See Nana, OH minus, hydroxo, and donor atom is the oxygen. Here hydroxo, donor atom is the oxygen. In the hydroxo, only one donor atom is there. That's why OH minus is considered as a monodentate ligand. And second one, next one, NO2 minus. This name is nitro and donor atom is the nitrogen. And ONO minus means nitrito. Here oxygen is the donor atom. CH3COO minus, acetato. Here donor atom is a oxygen. And SCN minus, thiocyanato. Here sulfur is the donor atom. And NCS minus, isothiocyanato. N. So name of the ligands are most important, Nana. NCS minus is nothing but isothiocinato. Here donor atom is a nitrogen. Aprama NH2 minus amido, not amido. Amido, here nitrogen atom is the donor atom. Okay, my dear student, these are the monodentate ligands. What is a monodentate ligand? The ligand which possess only one donor atoms are present and can form only one coordination bond with the central metal atom or central metal ion. Such kind of the ligands are commonly known as monodentate ligands. Actually, monodentate ligands or unidentate ligands, it may be neutral species and anionic species. For example, already I discussed neutral species aqua, amine, carbonyl and nitrosyl and pyridine. But in anionic species, Nana, listen very carefully. In case of monodentate ligand, anionic species, the name end with O. The name end with O. See here, fluoro, chloro, bromo, amido, iodo, cyano, hydroxo, nitro, nitrito, acetato, thiocinato, isothiocinato and amido. This is the most important pronunciation, especially in the monodentate ligand. If the monodentate ligand, the anionic species, the name pronunciation is last Oda. Okay, Nana? These are the monodentate ligands. Now second one, Bi-Dentate Ligands. See here the definition. The ligand which possesses two donor atoms. In this ligand, two atoms are donated the electrons to the central metal atom. That's why this kind of the ligands, such kind of the ligands are called Bi-Dentate Ligand. What is a Bi-Dentate Ligand, ma? The ligand which possess two donor atoms and can form two coordination bond. So two donor atoms irikana, appo two donor atom donated lone pair of electron to the central metal atom, hence two coordination bonds are formed. So that's why the ligands which possess two donor atom and can form two coordination bond with the central metal atom or ion, that is called Bi-Dentate Ligand. Bi-Dentate Ligand means two donor atoms are present and hence two coordination bonds are formed with the central metal atom. Okay, Nana? What is a central metal atom? It is a metal atom is always accepted the electron from the ligands. Okay, na? Already discussed this entire the central metal atom information in my previous class. Now example, Bi-Dentate Ligands example, Nana. See here, COO minus, COO minus. This is a oxalato. Here, one oxygen is not donated to two lone pair of electron. This oxygen, two oxygens are combined together and donated lone pair of electron, two lone pair of electron. Here, one oxygen is not donated, and that is keep it in your mind. So here, COO minus are nothing but C2O4 minus. This is the oxalato. Keep it in your mind, and cyano. Monodentate or bidentate? Cyano is generally monodentate, sir. If you study any time of this ligand name, if you read any one of the ligand name, immediately to recall such kind of the ligands is belongings to some this category, monodentate or bidentate or tridentate. So oxalato is a bidentate because of in the oxalato species two donor atoms are there. That two donor atoms are donated to lone pair of electron to the central metal atom. Appo in oxalato, what are the donor atoms here? Oxygen and oxygen. Ipo COO minus lo oxygen irka, adida donor atom. Kila COO minus lo oxygen irka, adida donor atom. So that's why in oxalato, two donor atoms are oxygen. Two donor atoms are oxygen. And aprama next compound NH2 CH2 COO minus. NH2 CH2 COO minus. Here glycino, it's represented simply GLY. In coordination chemistry, GLY means glycino, it is a bidentate. Ox means it's oxalate, it's also bidentate. These kind of the names are frequently coming in coordination chemistry or coordination compound chapter. So keep it in your mind, my dear student. Gly is nothing but glycino. It's a bidentate. Why is bidentate? Because of two donor atoms are present in this species. So in this species, glycino, nitrogen is donated one lone pair of electron to the central metal atom, and also oxygen is also donated one lone pair of electron to the central metal atom. That's why in the glycino, what are the donor atoms ma? Nitrogen and oxygen are the donor atoms. Next, the most important ligand. This is the most important ligand, CH2NH2. This is commonly known as ethylene diamine. It's represented En ra. Whenever you will see En, it's nothing but ethylene diamine or ethane 1 comma diamine. So here, what are the donor atom in the in? In is nothing but ethylene diamine. What are the donor atoms? Nitrogen and nitrogen. From the amine group, this one is donated lone pair of electron, this one is donated lone pair of electron to the central metal atom, hence two formations of the two coordination bonds. Okay na? Two coordination bond. For NH2 or lone pair of electron sirikana, in the lone pair of electron donated to central metal atom, hence to form the coordination bond. Similarly, here nitrogen is also donated the electron to central metal atom, hence to form coordination bonds. So ethylene diamine is a bidentate ligand. It's always to form two coordination bonds with central metal atom. Now here, see Nana, what are the atoms are donors in the ethylene diamine? What are the donors? So here nitrogen and nitrogen are the donors. Next, one more example, see, CH3C double bond NOH, CH3C double bond NO. This compound name is dimethyl glyoxymato or xymato, simply DMG. DMG is also bidentate ligand. What is the full form of the DMG? Dimethyl glyoxymato. So DMG is the bidentate ligand. Here N and O are the donor atom. Nitrogen and oxygen are the donor atoms from the dimethyl glyoxymato. Okay ma'am? See DMG. DMG is nothing but dimethyl glyoxymato. And last and final example from the bidentate ligands. See, this name is 2,2-dipyridyl. This is also bidentate ligand. Here nitrogen to nitrogen, from nitrogen and another nitrogen donated the lone pair of electron to the central metal atom. So here donor atom, it's most important part in this tabular form, especially in the bidentate ligands. So now my question is, in a glycino, what are the donor atom? This is a neat bit. In glycino, what are the donor atoms? Nitrogen and oxygen. In oxalato, what are the donor atoms? Oxygen and oxygen. Because in monodentate ligands, there is no any difficult, because only one da. So that's, but in bidentate or tridentates is the romba identification is most important. That's why 2,2-dipyridyl. Nitrogen and nitrogen is the donor atom. These are the bidentate ligands. So ultimately bidentate ligands are nothing but it has two donor atom and can form two coordination bonds with the central metal atom. Okay Nana? Now tridentate, the same definition, there is no any difference. What is the tridentate definition? The ligand which possess three donor atoms and can form three coordination bond with the central metal atom, that is called tridentate ligand. Three donor atoms and can form three coordination bond with the central atom, that ions or that atoms are called tridentate ligands. So tridentate means this such kind of the ligands has three donor atoms are there. It means three lone pair of electrons are donated to the central metal atom. Appo three bonds are formed. Three bonds are formed with the central metal atom. Now example seen here. NH2, CH2, CH2, NH, CH2, CH2, NH2. Now see here, diethylene triamine generally is represented diethylene triamine. So here 3 donor atoms are nitrogen. The 3 donor atoms are nitrogen because of here one nitrogen lone pair of electron irka, aprama here one lone pair of electron irka, here lone pair of electron. These 3 atoms are donated 3 lone pair of electron to the central metal atom. That's why diethylene triamine is belonging to tridentate ligand. Why tridentate ligand? In this molecule 3 atoms are donated lone pair of electron to the central metal atom. That's why diethylene triamine is belonging to the tridentate ligand. Now one more example, see here, aspartate. Aspartate, ASP, aspartate. Here, one oxygen, one more oxygen, one nitrogen. It means 2 oxygen, 1 nitrogen are the donor atom. Where in aspartate, 2 oxygen atom, 1 nitrogen atom. This is most important part in NEET level. In tridentate ligand of aspartate, what are the donor atoms are present? What are the donor atoms are present here? 2 oxygens, 1 nitrogen atom. It's clear na? This is the tridentate ligand. What is the tridentate ligand? 3 donor atoms are present in this ligand and can form 3 coordination bond with the central metal atom. The best examples are diethylene triamine and aspartate. In the diethylene triamine, 3 nitrogen atoms are the donor atoms and aspartate is 2 oxygen atom, 1 nitrogen atom. Okay na? Next, 4th one, tetradentate ligands. Same concept, there is no any difference. The ligand which possesses 4 donor atoms present in a ligand, that is called tetradentate ligand. Here 4 coordination bonds are formed. The best example of tetradentate ligands are Tri-Ethylene Tetramine. See, diethylene triamine, it's a diene, it's a tridentate, and tetradentate point of view, Tri-Ethylene Tetramine, it's commonly known as triene. Here Tri-Ethylene Tetramine, triene. So here one NH2 CH2 CH2 NH, CH2 CH2 NH, CH2 CH2 NH2. So completely this triethylene tetramine, nitrogen atoms are donor atom. How many nitrogen atoms are present here? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 nitrogen atoms are donor atom in the triethylene tetramine. It's nothing but triene. This is a tetradentate ligand. What is a tetradentate ligand? 4 donor atoms are present in this ligand and to form 4 coordination bonds with central metal atom. Next one, pentadentate ligands. Pentadentate ligand mean 5 donor atoms are there here. In this 5 donor atom to create 5 coordination bonds with central metal atom. The best example of pentadentate ligand, ethylene diamine triacetate. Ethylene diamine triacetate. My dear students, listen very carefully. Examples of ligands are most important. Monodentate examples, bidentate example, tridentate example, tetradentate example, pentadentate, all ligands examples are most important. This is entire the class is part of NEET. So in board level not there here, this is completely NEET part. So that's why every student to prepare concentrately on concept of ligands. Okay now here pentadentate ligand, 5 donor atom, 5 coordination bonds are there. The compound this one, what is the compound name? Ethylene diamine triacetate. Here 1, 2, 3 oxygen atoms are donor and 3 oxygen plus 2 nitrogen atom. Here one nitrogen, here one nitrogen. 2 nitrogen atom, 3 oxygen atoms are donor. Where in the category of the pentadentate ligand, ethylene diamine triacetate as a 5 donor atoms are there. Out of the 5 donor atoms, 3 oxygens, 2 nitrogen. This is a pentadentate ligands. Next, hexadentate ligand. The best example of hexadentate ligand, see 6 donor atom and 6 coordination bond with central metal atom. 6 donor atoms are present in this ligand and 6 coordination bonds formed with central metal atom. General name is EDTA. This entire the compound name is EDTA. What is the full form of the EDTA? Ethylene Diamine Tetraacetato. Ethylene Diamine Tetraacetato is a hexadentate ligand. So here 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 oxygen atom, 2 nitrogen atoms are donor atoms. My dear students, it's a very important key point. If whenever you will write coordination compounds naming, this information we will discuss in the upcoming classes in the nomenclature of coordination compound. Just again I repeat it right now. If you write any coordination compound, it's continuously you will write name. There is no any gap. Don't give any gap. Here ethylene diamine triacetato, no gaps. So whenever you will write coordination compound, without gap, word to word, continuously. If the long word is also, you will write continuously, no gap in between word to word. So now this compound name is also ethylene diamine tetraacetato. Ethylene diamine tetraacetato, EDTA, is the best examples of the hexadentate ligands. And last and final category nana, bridging ligand. What is a bridging ligand? Here the monodentate ligands which can simultaneously attach themselves to more than one metal atom. இப்போ some monodentate ligands nana, இப்போ ஒரு monodentate ligand directly attaches to the central metal atom, no difference, that is the monodentate ligand. Sometimes the monodentate ligand which can simultaneously attaches themselves to more than one metal atom or metal ion, that kind of ligands are bridging ligand. Especially the bridging ligands act as a monodentate ligand. OH minus, here OH minus, it's a monodentate ligand and it's act as a bridging ligand because of simultaneously attaches themselves to more than one central metal atom. Ipo 2 central metal atoms irikana or coordination compound, so simultaneously attaches one by one. That's why this kind of the ligands are called bridging ligand. OH minus, NH2 minus. OH minus mean name enada? Hydroxo. NH2 minus amido. NO2 minus, say anyone? NO2 minus nitroso. Aprama NO2 minus nitrito and Cl minus chloro and CO carbonylo. So these are the complete classification of the ligands from the 2 categories. Category number 1, you know that very well. What is the first category? Classification on the basis of the charge. Category number 2, classification on the basis of the number of donor atoms. Okay ma? Now I successfully completed the classification of the ligand. In my previous class already I started some important terms of coordination chemistry. First one, central metal atom is completed. Now ligand is completed. So remaining terms I will be continue in my next class. Okay nana?